we wouldn't have worked as hard in baseball because we didn't love it. So, who
Yeah.
knows where we would be.
What height were you your freshman year at high school? Like what was your height? Because you said you were a late bloomer. Because
Yeah.
I know
Freshman
like
year, I was 5'5".
you were 5'5" too. So both you guys are short to begin?
Yeah, CJ was five
Wow.
two his freshman year. Like people don't know, but CJ's a year younger than his class. So
Okay.
he started school early. And my mom's intentions was just to hold him back and let him do it again. Because I think at the time it was free to go to like kindergarten, and it like charged you or something for
Yeah.
like half day school, like for a little kid. So she was like, I'm just gonna start him in school early, and he'll probably struggle just because he's a year younger than everybody. But he didn't. He did well, and so the time came where all the AU coaches, like all the high school coaches, was like, yo, you should hold him back, because my brother graduated at age 17. And he said no, he wanted to play with me because we have a 3.5 year difference. So if he got held back, he would have never been able to play with me. So I was 5'5" as a freshman. He was 5'2". My sophomore year, I grew to 5'8". His sophomore year, he was 5'6". And then my junior year, I was 5'10". His junior year, he went from 5'6" to 6 foot.
Oh
And then
damn.
yeah, so he had a huge spurt. And in my
Damn.
senior year, I was 6 foot, from 5'10" to 6 foot. And his senior year, he was 6'2". And literally, when he signed his letter of intent, he was 6'2". I signed when I was 6 foot. By the time we went to college, we both grew 2 inches. I was 6'2" heading into college, and he was a little under 6'4" heading into college.
Damn, that's crazy. Y'all high school team was straight. Y'all had Costas, that's how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
He was on
Yeah,
your high school team as well, right? I believe
yeah,
so.
yeah. Coastal Kufis. He was a
Mhm.
McDonald's All-American.
Yeah.
He was number 2 center in the nation behind Kevin Love, and
Mhm.
he was highly regarded, special player. So we had a really good team. We was one of the top teams in the state,
Mhm.
and we did some damage.
How was it like those early like battles, like growing up in high school? Cause I know like you had a like big influence on him. And then you were also like, people notice you were also a bucket too. So a lot of people don't notice like the 82 points you had on China. I was just
Mm-hmm.
watching that the other day. I just watch hoops all day. That's me. But back in high school, like what was kind of like those early battles? Because it wasn't just him. Y'all had a loaded team. I know you guys were
Yeah,
making each other better, but like how was those early battles? Like you guys as a cohesive unit with your high school team.
man, it was special just because you know everybody was always pushing each other to be better. Also on that team, we had a 6'5" 3-man, and
Yeah.
6'5", 6'6". We ended up going to school together in college. His name was Nate West.
Nate West,
So
yep.
we were pretty big. We went 7'1", uh,
Mm,
6'6", 6'5", and then 6 foot. And we had a guard that was about 5'9", 5'10", but he was a good distributor. And
mm,
basically, Costa kind of he was the leader. He was option one. He was a 7'1" guy in the middle. Had a Dirk Nowitzki type of skill set. And me, him, and CJ, we're always together, always working, always training. Trying to improve ourselves. And it's good because a lot of times on teams, it's easy to become complacent. But like with that type of team, it was like who can be in the gym first?
mm.
Who's going to get more shots after? Like, I'm not leaving yet. He's not leaving. Like, oh, he's still in the gym. I'm going to be here too. And that was kind of just the mindset. And I think it's why us three had so much success, just because we were always not only supporting and uplifting each other, but we were competing to see who could put in the most work, who could be the hardest worker. And I think that's why you see, us thriving. I see Costa had a 12 or 13-year NBA career.
Mm.
I'm in my 12th season now. My brother's in his ninth, and I think that's something that just carries with you. If you have that work ethic and that spirit, even when you achieve your goals or you become financially well,
Mm.
you'll still work because that's all you know.
And also in high school, did you guys work out with a particular trainer? I know like I always want to notice like your like development process, because like each year in high school, like you guys are like improving. You were growing, but like your game was like, like improving each year. But like what did you guys have a particular trainer, or y'all were just in a lab just like trying to take
Yeah.
each other's heads off? That's how me and my brother are,
Yeah. Yeah,
so
it's so different nowadays. Like we never had a trainer. One, it was too expensive. You know, our family could afford to pay for,
I feel it.
us to have the necessities, what we needed. But,
Mm.
a trainer, like, that was out the question. Like, I didn't even think that was possible. And then also, too, during that era, like, trainers weren't as prevalent. It was such a big thing. Like, now it's like there's trainers left and right. There's, like, places for kids to go to work out, everything. Like, when we grew up, it was just, you just go outside and you just go hoop. And you was just working on your game. And so what we did is, like, my mom and dad would buy, like, these videos, and they were called Better Basketball. And so I don't know if people remember, but, like, the slogan, Better Basketball. And we would literally watch the videos, and then some of those drills we would steal, and we would start to use it. And, like, at this time, like, you're talking about, like, I'll be 34 in a couple of weeks. So, like, I'm probably 10, 11, 12 years old. There was no YouTube. Like, there was no Instagram. There was none of that. There wasn't Facebook. I don't even think MySpace was around yet. So, like, literally we're watching VHS videos, and then eventually it became DVDs, and we translate some of the stuff, watch it. And then mostly we were just playing, like, all day nonstop. Like, and I think that's probably why there's maybe less injuries back in our era, just because we didn't have that wear and tear. We didn't specialize early playing one sport. We played everything. So your body was getting a break in different areas, and we weren't forced to go out there to go train at 10 years old. Like, I see kids 8, 7 years old going to my trainer now. Like, my first trainer was when I was a pro. My brother's first trainer was like his maybe junior year of college. And then he only got it because, like, I got one my second year as a pro. So I was just like, come on, you can do it with me. So I think like, we just were kids. That's why we were skinny, but we loved the game. We had fun, and no one forced us to go do anything. And when it's our choice, when it's, a child's choice to choose their life, to choose what they want to do, I think that's when you get that enjoyment from it. I think too many kids are forced to do things, early on. I think that's a different generation. So yeah, they're skilled, but they're burnt out, they're tired, and they're at high risk for injury. We was just hooping 5-on-5, just playing. And then as we, as time started to advance, YouTube started to come around. Certain things started to come around, like when we're getting into high school years. And then we use stuff that we seen off the internet. And I go out there, and I literally did all our training for me and my brother. And every year, I would take something and I would learn something. I would advance. And then when I went to college, I took some of those workouts, and then professional. And basically, I just tweaked it to where it could be beneficial to us and our game. Because there's no point in you training on something that you can't translate to the game, or that you can't be good at it. If you're a guy who's just a shooter, you can work on stuff to improve, but your bread and butter is shooting. So you need to be working on all different types of shots. If you're a back to basket postman, yes, you can work on stuff to improve your game, but bread and butter needs to be how you get your money. You need to perfect that. Once you perfect that, you can move on. So I think that's just kind of how I did that. I knew we were small, so I knew we need to be able to shoot. We need to be fast. We need to have handle. We need to be quick. So we worked on all that, ball handling and shooting, and being able to get your shot over bigger people.